Good morning, good afternoon, traders. Welcome everyone on a Friday trading, last trading day of the week. And as this would not be enough, as usually Fridays are, quite of a surprise whether we will see a great moving market or not. Well, today might it's guaranteed at least the volatility because it's option expiration day traders, which means, as you know, it's going to be a really shaky and volatile day on the market. So please just be aware of that. So option expiration day today, and actually a huge bunch of options are going to expire. So let's see. According to the spot gamma, the skew toward the call options is among the most extreme on record, and their unwinding may disrupt recent gains. So traders, let's just be ready for, as Goldman Sachs estimates, a $3.4 trillion in contracts expiring today, Friday. So typical in size, but unusually lopsided to the call side indeed. Hi, Clifton. Hola. Hola, Raspi. ¿Cómo estás? Hi, Steve C. Good morning, Scott. Pantera, nice to see everyone. So yeah, this is a fact, a big option expiration day today, traders. So let's just be ready for that volatility, especially after the fact that the S&P 500 is just trying to stretch to the fifth green day. And as you can see, it made a quite of a nice attempt to do that. Also, the pre-market economic news were not quite favorable, and I'm just going to let you know why. Hi, Dor. Good morning to you. So, as I mentioned you, we have some more economic news, or we had already, and we still have some in the pipeline. But let's see which economic news just got released already at 8:30. Building permits lower than expected, import prices higher than expected, and the housing starts is just came along with the expectations. So far, quite of a mixed news for the market, but the import prices are not the best for sure. Why it is? It's not the best news because, as you know, it can just impact the inflation and the prices indeed. So the expectation it was minus 0.4 and it just came 0.1%, so higher than expected. And as I mentioned, we still have some in the pipelines. 10 o'clock, consumer sentiment and inflation expectations going to be released. Plus, we have an FOMC member Barkin who is going to speak, but we don't know exactly what time. 9:40 p.m., which is after the market close, so it's not relevant, but FOMC member Dali going to speak. So seems like a very interesting Friday with very unusual option expiration on the call side. Huge amount, guys, so let's just be ready for that. First of all, let's see the news here and what is happening all over. So, Euro Best Investor picks stocks including GE Aerospace and Microsoft. And Microsoft is red today, by the way, but might we can watch them. Also, this is an investment uh, um, strategy, not a trading strategy. But if it was just mentioned in the news, we can check it. Breaking news on the market watch: inflation, interest rates, immigration crack down, weighing in on the U.S. new home sales. Well, yes, we could see that it's lower. Dow Industrials poised for gains with S&P ready to summon fifth straight win, and Nasdaq also set to rise on option expiration day. This is another headline on the market watch, but again, it's going to be a really, really heavy day for the options and like that for the market too. Okay, what else here? Crypto. Crypto is quite muted, 0.38% on the Bitcoin side. Now it was. Now it's down 0.18 at the moment. AVGO, Microsoft red on my list, and the strongest is SMCI, AMD, and Coin. And Coin, after that nasty drop of yesterday because of some hacking on their side, seems like it's trying to pull back, it's going to be on my list for sure. Ozempic maker Novo Nordisk boots CEO over stock price fall. He told that there is a huge competition. There is copy paste. Drug makers are not good for the business, and he's going to step down, as I've just seen on the international business news. Novo Nordisk CEO steps down on Wegovy maker, faces growing competition, as I just mentioned you. This is Novo Nordisk, sorry, as well again. So this is not a good news. Let's see how NVO is doing. Market is trying desperately to stay into the green side, as you can see. Slightly green though, not a huge green, but let's see if it can go higher. And yes, NVO is down 3.32% on this sad news that the CEO is leaving. First of all, second, right? He thinks that this big competition is definitely not good for the company itself. Okay, what else on the international side as news? Qatari Cybertrucks, elite camels, and trillion-dollar woes. Gulf countries go all out for Trump visit. Seems like he's still over there. Okay. Microsoft seeks to placate EU with pledges to unbundle Teams and Office. And Microsoft, as I mentioned, you not among the strongest for today, thanks to this news. So be careful with that. China calls US trade talks good, even as both sides trade swipes. Well, let's see. It's still not enough. I would say it definitely needs to be improved a bit more. Asia Pacific markets traded mixed, by the way, as investors pairs for Japan's downbeat GDP data. So not the best news for the Japanese market. Hi, Andrew. Happy Friday. Thank you to be here with us, indeed. But thanks very much for your kind words. Okay, guys, so let's see what are the big movers for today. As I mentioned, you option expiration. I'm just repeating myself for the newcomers, guys, because I'm expecting a quite of a high volatility as based on the fact that this is an unusually high call option expiration today, especially one-sided a little bit. So let's be careful with that. And 10 o'clock, we will get consumer sentiment and inflation expectations. So far, we got building permits worse than expected, import prices higher than expected, and housing starts quite often no change muted. So not the best news to start the day with, but let's see how the continuation going to happen. And as I mentioned you, we have some movers thanks to earnings and news as well. Charter Communication is here. The cable stock just rose 7% after agreed merge with rival Cox Communications. The combined company will change its name to Cox Communications within a year. Well, let's see whether CHTR it can be on our list. As I see, Scott just put it to the long list. I like it. Not a very huge mover, bit extended on the daily chart, but definitely this is a very good mover. I mean, it's a big mover. Let's just put it on the long list and let's start it with a long candidate or candidates list. And please, if you have any candidates on your side, please just let me know in the chat. And even if you have any questions regarding the TEFS funded account packages, challenges, anything like that, just drop me an email. I'm just going to put here my email address, and here is the tefs.com website too. Okay, traders. Hi, Marco. Good morning to you. Which one? TOPW. Pop on the news. Let's see the pumper. Hopefully it's not going to be a dumper as well. As I see, it's a quite of a new stock here. Let me just check it. My other platform. So far, market is still clings to the green side. Traders TOPW. Wow, beautiful mover, but this is moving for a while now. It's up 11%. crazy. What is this stock? Top Win International Limited doesn't tell me too much indeed. Reason for that, I'm not trading these stocks, but you are right. We should watch it definitely on the secondary list. I'm not sure though that TEFS traders can trade it, unfortunately. But if you have equity account, then definitely you can trade it. All right, traders, what is the next one? And thank you for this tip, Mark. All right, Constellation Brands is here. The shares just popping 3.4% STZ after Berkshire Hathaway disclosed double its stake in the beer importer. Very nice catch, and let's see whether it can go higher. STZ, it's wow. I love the daily, guys. There is no doubt. I need to put it on my long list. One little problem here is the pre-market volume. I do not like it too much, but the daily chart looks like it's just ripe for a nice reversal and moving higher. So STZ is definitely to my list. Here comes Amat, Applied Materials Semicon, 5% lower on earnings. Ouch, that's not good news for the overall sector. So let's see how the semicons are going to move. Also, so far, I must tell you, not that bad. NVIDIA is 1.20 and AMD 2.57. Amat at the moment is going down 4.96%. So that's why I need to put it to the short list based on the daily. It can be ready for a fantastic reversal, especially regarding the fact or based on the fact that we have a fantastic gap fill here back to this 158 area. I like it, but in my opinion, it needs to stay under this 200 EMA and needs to break this start of the gap, which is 165 or the pre-market lows. Let's just keep an eye on it. But AMA definitely looks like as a possible great short play on the daily or the intraday chart and the daily as well. TTWO shares fell 1.3 as the video game company showed weaker than expected guidance. Ouch, that's not a good news. Let's see whether we have the second short candidate for today. Yes and no, because it looked like a great one. And now look at that, it's just up, shook off this bad news and moving up with 1%. That looks interesting indeed. Also, I still think that this is going to be a possible reversal at one point of the day. Okay, next one, Kava. Company said it expected same restaurant sales growth to moderate during the year, and Kava reported 10.8% sales growth at comparable locations in the first quarter, but maintained a full year projection of 6% to 8% improvement in that category. So far, small green thanks to this news, but let's see whether it's worth to put it on our list. It just started with a gap down. Now it's climbing back, as I see. Not bad, but a little bit mixed news in my opinion. I'm going to be careful with this cover. I'm just going to put it to the secondary list traders, CAVA. All right, Doximity is here too. Sorry. DOCS, 19% down. Healthcare platform issued disappointing guidance. Let me just check how price is this stock. I think it's a very low price now, not that low. Nice comeback. I was not watching this stock for a while indeed. As far as I remember, it was Cathie Wood's one of the favorite. No? Maybe I mix it with something, but at the moment, let's just check it. It's a very weak stock under $48 level, under this yearly low actually. Under the yeah, definitely under the yearly low. So might we have a great short candidate with this DOCS, and the news, they were definitely not favorable for the company itself. Novo Nordisk, I mentioned you with the new CEO last Jorgensen announced he would step down from his position, citing recent market challenges, and Jorgensen will remain in his position for a period to support a smooth transition. Let me just check this NVO again. Okay. Hi, Nitsan. Nice to see you. FLO, I'm just going to check it. NVO. NVO, nice. I like it to the short side. Let's see whether it can continue. Hi, Darren. Good morning to you. Nice to see you. So NVO, and then I'm just going to check Nitsan's FLO. You mentioned. Okay. Flower Foods. This was an earning stock as far as I remember. You know what? I've never traded this stock, but it doesn't look like as a great mover. You know, it's one of my another rule as well that on the daily we need to see at least like a 1.5, rather $2 average move every day. And this is a very small mover. Might I would not put it on my list because of that. Okay. Meta very weak yesterday. We'll keep watch. Raspi checking Meta. And Microsoft, as I mentioned, it's still in red. Yes, it looks like it's a possible reversal. You are right. We should watch Meta. I'm just going to call it to, and at the moment, actually, it's red. So you know what? I'm going to call it to the short side. Hi, Davida. Good morning to you. Is FL Gap a buy or short? I wish Pantera, if I could just tell you, you know, for 100%, but let's see what the chart, oh wow. You know what? Great question. No idea what is going to do. A huge move to the upside yesterday to the Foot Locker on the news. Today, usually it's a muted day for such a pumpers after the big move. Indeed, I would just leave it alone. Indeed, but you can watch it if you want. Not my favorite. I don't think so. I'm going to trade it for today. All right, traders, what else? Vista Corporation, VST, very strong and nice power producer stock jumped more than 5% after it bought 7 natural gas facilities from Lotus Infrastructure Partners for $1.9 billion. So let's see whether is it enough to put it on our long list. VST, nice. Pre-market volume, okay. Daily chart, so bit extended, but yeah, as I've seen, even Scott took it to the long side. I agree with him. Let's just put it to the long side too. Meta very weak yesterday. We keep yes. It's just on my watch list, Raspi, on to the short side indeed. So let's just take a last look at the big movers here. So green side, EL, Estée Lauren is going higher as I see. VST, STZ, UNH, traders, UNH after 2 very ugly days might, this is going to be the profit-taking days before. Look at that. Interesting. UNH, I'm going to watch it on the secondary list. Hi, Jonathan. Good morning to you. I'm just going to watch it on the secondary list, this UNH traders, because this was like a crazy big mover in the recent days. I've seen Reddit is quite strong too, 2.78% to the upside. Market is still in green, 0.30 on the triple Q, 0.22 on the SPY. Banzai, nice to see you. Good morning. Okay, and here it comes. The Reddit looks like as a great reversal, or so it's an inside day. Let's see, maybe just on the secondary list. AMD, I mentioned you, it's quite strong, looks interesting for a possible nice continuation higher. But again, applied material got not a good news, and this is a cheap stock as well. AMD though, it's about back this 117, 118 level. I don't know. It needs to break this, but I mean the 200 EMA first, the 120 again, but I feel like it's just started maybe a small consolidation. I don't know, but depends on the option day as well, guys. As today it's a big option expiration day with huge amount of call options going to be expired. So let's be really careful with today. Indeed, I think I'm not going to put any more on my long list. SMCI is very long, very strong. Coin is pushing back too, just like UNH. H. These can still go on our list. The gold is retreating a lot, by the way. And on the red side, we have AVGO, Walmart, Disney, Microsoft, and Meta. So these you can just check it too on your watch list. VIP room traders have a beautiful green morning. Don't forget Friday morning option expiration, 10 o'clock news. So we are not going to be bored for sure, but volatility guaranteed. Again, crazy market I am expecting, so be careful. And of course, I wish you a beautiful weekend too. Enjoy it and stay safe, and see you on Monday. Bye. Okay. Hi, Sebastian. Nice to see you. Here is my list. In the meantime, traders to the upside, I definitely like STZ. I'm going to put it maybe instead of UNH, I'm going to leave it, UNH, and maybe Pinterest, I'm going to leave it too, because I'm just expecting this Pinterest after this good news yesterday. It was just going down. Maybe this is going to be the time to go up. So STZ, I'm going to put it to the long list. What else? From the short side, I like Amat, I like NVO and Meta for sure. SMCI I'm going to watch too. And what else? QUBT. Checking, just a second. QUBT. Scott is here with us for today for sure. Aha, okay. Looks interesting for sure. QUBT. Nice, 12% to the upside. This is a lower price stock, but this can be a beast. So I agree with you that might we can watch it to the long side today. Yeah, actually I like it. I like it. We can watch QUBT to the upside. I'm just going to put it maybe instead of let's see, Google QUBT. Okay, what else in here? STZ enough volume, checking again. Yeah, I've seen it, Nitsan, that it's not the best volume, but the daily chart looks really good indeed. Let me just check it again. No, open it. Yeah, 32,000, it's not enough, in my opinion. It can be very spready, but this is a big mover. So I'm going to give the chance for the stock. But one very strict rule I will have here, low share size, okay? Because this can move like crazy, and it can have quite of okay setups too. But because of the fact that it's a lower volume, higher price stock, it can be spready. Okay, ACHR checking. ACHR third big green day. Wow, and it's just, let's see how does it making this move now. Looks interesting because at the moment it is up again. A bit though risky, I would say, Raspi, because it had already three big green days after each other. It's just opening on $13 level. I can imagine a pump and dumper for today. Be careful. Globe got hammered last night. Let me just check GLOB. GLOB. Okay. Market is opening soon. Yeah, I see. Looks interesting. AMD definitely on my list. I am expecting AMD either to show some really nice move towards to this 200 EMA on the daily again, traders, and continue over this 120, $121 level, or it's just going to be a small muted day. So let's be careful with that. But the start is strong on the AMD is up 2.60%. I like it. But again, just because of the fact that this is Friday, option expiration, volatility coming, and the daily, it's not very nice because actually it's going to be an inside day of the day before, yesterday, the day before, indeed, and it's just heading to the 200 EMA again. let's see whether it has enough strength to push it higher and even break the 200 EMA. But at the moment, it looks like a really, really strong one. And actually, even Hood is coming back. Humana, UNH coming back to PLTR 1%, UPSD, as I've seen, this is not bad either, which I'm going to watch it here. Okay, SMCI, as I mentioned you, Microsoft is in red, surprisingly. So we have a lot on the list, but again, the big question is going to be, or rather the option expiration caused craziness, which I am a bit afraid of indeed. Hopefully it's going to be okay and not too much volatile like yesterday was. Wow, really hard to win the day. I tried to be really selective, not like 2 days before, and I remained on the selective way of trading yesterday, and this is how you can just survive this market, traders. I felt like I've seen so many great setups again, but you could see what Tesla did, for example. It just made a huge breakout over this intraday breakout pattern. Suddenly it just made a huge green candle, and on the next 2 minutes it was just down back to the stop loss. So it was just crazy. So that's why I'm going to be careful today as well. Rather only 2-3 trades, but they should be the right setups. The only way to survive this market, traders, especially with the option expirations just starting. All right, guys. So Scott likes AMA to the short side. Definitely know that one of my favorite to the short side, AMAT. He's watching DOCS to the short side too. He's watching it under $48 level on the DOCS. I'm at under 165. TTWO, he's watching under 234 on the TTWO. This is, they say, these are all the news stocks indeed. Well, let's see whether this is going to be a nice reversal and the gap and go. I mean, not the TTWO because it's gapping up, but for example, AMAT can be a nice gap and go in my opinion. So I'm going to keep an eye on these stocks as well. And he likes this TOPW, which you mentioned as well. So TOPW, he's watching too for a possible trade here. And here is DVG with us as well. I have not seen Amir yet, but hopefully he's going to join the party too. So this is Friday trading start, traders, with again facts, option expiration plus two news. Economic news at 10 o'clock, inflation expectations, which usually is definitely moving the market. And the other one is the, look at that, I forgot, sorry guys, I'm a bit tired. Consumer sentiment, yes, these two always going to be released together, like it's always will be. All right. Oh, and Novo Nordisk we should watch too, in my opinion. But UNH looks really interesting. All right. Yeah, DVG. I was sure he's going to talk about the options. As you know, he's trading options too from the VIP 44 trading room. And he tells that the expiration has the biggest impact on the market and the stock prices, especially in the beginning of the market, like on the opening bell in the first 1 hour, for example, until they expire and so on, and the end of the day. So days can be really, really hectic time of the day. Well, we got used to it already, especially for the market start indeed. And Meta is pushing even lower, guys. Look at that, minus 1% already to the downside. Ouch, that does not look good, Meta. Just making it much better for the short side indeed. Okay, so Scott going for AMAT, TTW, and DOX for the short side, and TOPW he called over 12 to the long side. I'm just going to see what this market is up to after the opening bell. Triple Q still green, 0.28. SPY slightly green only. Let's see whether it can stay to the green side. And we are starting exactly now. Good luck, everyone. And don't forget, 10 o'clock, we will get some economic news. So SPY triple Q small gap up. SPY opened over $590 level. The triple Q 520. If they remain strong, this can be nice supports for the market. Let's see, TTWO is just pulling back now a little bit. Ooh, Microsoft, what a drop on Microsoft and Meta. QUBT strong, very strong. UPST moving, UNH big gap. Pinterest moving back. How about SMCI? Huge gap on the SMCI too. Okay, DVG looking at coin 2. TOPW is just moving back, and this TTWO is just moving higher now. About DOCS. DOCS short by Scott under 49. So Scott going to short DOCS under 49 traders if you like it. TTW is still pushing higher. Overall market, though, it's on a verge of a pullback at the moment. NVIDIA gapped up very nicely. AMD too, but pulling back. SPY filled this tiny little gap. I'm at no chance to enter here. So I see. So DOCS under 49 by Scott. This can be a great gap and go play traders, in my opinion as well. But just with a very low share size, reason for that, it's a bit too much to the downside already, which does not mean it cannot go lower, indeed. And this 49, it looks like a great entry there. Pinterest not doing too much. UNH pulled back completely. Hi, Lee. Good morning to you. So DOCS under 49 by Scott. Microsoft pulled back. Meta fighting on the lows, but trying to do a reversal. So actually the DOCS stop loss, it should be over 50, 60. And actually my entry would be traders only under 48 and 90, 48 and 90, 48 and 87 actually. Giant drop on the AVGO checking. TTWO started to go down as well. Oh yeah, and it seems like hectic. Apple is dropping too, but seems like might is going to make a reversal here. SMCI is breaking out, guys. Let's keep an eye on SMCI. I did not take this breakout, but for later. UNH making a reversal. AMD pulling back. NVIDIA is starting to be stronger here too. Market still no decision. Okay, NVIDIA is starting to be stronger there, as I see. Google is strong too, traders. Google. DOCS is still holding. That's not bad indeed, but again, my entry on DOCS would be only under 48 and 87. I'm still watching it. Microsoft a bear flag, Meta pushing a bit higher. And I must tell you, this overall SPY looks like as a bear flag too. NVO checking. Google is bull flagging. Microsoft is bear flagging. NVO is too late. And the SPY, after this consolidation, is just moving higher. Guys, I think maybe craziness is starting here with this option, so let's be careful. Meta is making a quite of an interesting reversal. How about Amazon? Nothing. Google, bull flag. UPS still not doing anything at all. Not a clear market for sure. NVO, it's not an entry at the moment for me, but watching it. About coin. DVG called Paramount about 1188 on the para, PARA, 1188. If it's going to make a reversal, TTWO, I'm checking too. Scott still very much likes this DOCS trade under 49. He already took it here, I think, and he's going to add under 49. PLTR starting to be stronger. NVDA ugly, up and down. From my side, no touch yet. Traders, I do not trust in this market too much. But this DOCS starting to look a bit better. Also, again, my entry would be only under 48.87, not before. SMCI is strong, that's for sure. Google strong, Tesla is strong too. Tesla broke out and just continues, amazing. AMD no reversal yet. DVG shorting NVDA under 135.80. Triple Q breaking the lows, traders. Triple Q breaking the lows. Apple is still trying to hold. SMCI, that's a crazy stock indeed. I'm going to watch for a short if the market going to continue lower, traders, especially at the triple Q. I'm going to watch a short on Meta and Microsoft. Applied Material looks like as a bear flag 2, by the way. TTWO, nice pullback. It can be a continuation lower too. Triple Q continues lower. That's nice. So I'm going to watch Meta, Microsoft, TTWO to the short side. Amat looks like a very nice breakdown, but I just missed it, fortunately. And this DOCS still looks good, but just under this 48 and 87. SPY still not giving up. Triple Q broke down. So a bit mixed picture on the indices. The only one which is going up, guys, it's SMCI. Crazy. Coin is not doing anything at all. INTC nothing. Pinterest quite of a bull flag. UNH moving back too. How about Netflix? I don't like daily lows breaks today, guys, and not daily low or daily high breaks either, because this market can again change the direction easily. Can't believe that Netflix is just making another green day today, maybe. Just amazing. Okay, Apple, nice reversal, moving higher. No touch from my side yet, traders. This market is quite just stuck to the VWAP. The OCS I don't like this volume there. Doesn't mean it cannot break, but I do not like this volume there. Google, though, it's making a quite of a nice reversal here. Google can be nice, maybe over 168.50 for a VWAP reversal. Volume not really strong in the green candles. Let's see. Hectic market again, traders, so watch out. The one which I like, it can be maybe TTWO. Reason for that, it does not care too much about the market. It's extended. It got quite ugly news, and might it still can stretch towards to this $230 level. This is the only break under the lows which I do prefer. So TTWO. Going to watch it here. SMCI is not stopping at all. Amazing. AMD thinking a lot. Where is my meta? Too much? SMCI amazing. You never know which one is going to be this one-sided, right? So TTWO though, it can be spready. So we should be careful here. But I must tell you this 231, 70 cents, 70 cents spread. Not my favorite, but if the market's starting to push down, I'm going to try small share size only, okay? The TTWO under 230.90. Market again going back to the lows. Let's see. Stop loss, it's over the consolidation high, which is 233. Okay. STZ moving back, but not the strongest on the volume, unfortunately. Meta, it's making a nice comeback, though. We can watch it, especially under the VWAP. SPY, triple Q are not looking good. Moving lower. mRNA is starting to be stronger, which we can watch maybe. This DOX is suffering a lot here. Apple back to the lows. I'm at nice breakdown. UNH is starting to be stronger, like traders. The healthcare stocks are not that bad, indeed. Here comes the DOCS. Hopefully it's going to work out for Scott now. Netflix strong, amazing. And the SPY still not giving up. Like I see the triple Q pushing lower and lower. The SPY, it's always bought back. Interesting. Okay, DVG is adding to his NVDA short under 135. I like UNH traders. Trying to go, TTW doesn't want to go down. I try to go with stocks which are not too much stick to the market, indeed. And DVG likes CEG to the long side. Which one? Google? Yes, Google looks nice over this 168.55. I'm not quite happy about the volume, but doesn't look bad. So TTWO is going higher, unfortunately. UNH though looks like as a nice breakout. UNH stop loss, if it goes in, it's going to be under 275 traders. So it's definitely a huge stop loss. It's a huge mover anyway. Okay. SPY triple Q still no clear direction indeed. And 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, we will get some news. Okay, Netflix going higher, amazing. SMCI again. I am not convinced on these stocks, guys. Let's see the lower price stocks like UPS, the AFRM, and so on. I just do not trust in the back seven today. Scott is still holding docs. Added to the stock, I think. Ooh, unit is strong. Oh my goodness, guys, this is a typical, doesn't matter how nice your setup is, it's got ruined. So UNH officially cancel both of my entries. Such a typical option expiration day. Meta, and I miss Meta Raspi. Yeah, that was a nice breakdown under 636. But I'm still going to watch it here for, if it's making a consolidation here, we still can go for an intraday breakdown. AMD for a long. Yep. Again, just over the Viva, but let's see that. PANW, though, it's looking strong, but the volume is not really good here. Scott is cheering up for the dogs. He has only this trade today. And look at Netflix, guys. This is just going higher and higher. Amazing. SPY over the VWAP, triple Q over the VWAP. We need to see something here now. We need a decision from the market to help, especially for the big stocks. Microsoft completely back to the lows almost. Apple not doing anything. NVIDIA, it's held by DVG still to the short side. And AMD long, I would go for it only over 117.50 after if we see a consolidation there. And UNH, are you coming back? That means that the longs are still strong there. So I'm going to put back my entry there, but only just over this 278.60 traders, not before. Watch out really, really strongly. Okay, here comes. Yeah, I'm going to put back my UNH long, but very small share size on UNH traders. Okay, and stop loss under 274 now. So 278.67 is going to be my entry here. If it wants to go higher, market is still hesitating a lot. Meta started this consolidation. Let's see whether it can break it down again. If it's going to break 634.80, but now it seems like it's going for a reversal. And your AMD long LAR, I like it, but just over the VWAP, 117.50 maybe. Netflix, guys, Netflix new all-time high. Can't believe this stock. If you have anything on the radar, please just let me know. So far, no trades yet, first 20 minutes. Meta still weak. DVG just mentioning the option expiration. This is always on the third Friday every month. Wow, LLY. That was a crazy big mover. Doku. Spotify. Twilio. These are all strong but low volume. Okay, traders. So UNH is just playing with me. TTW not doing too much. And let's see the AMD whether I can call it finally. UPST is not bad either. And Scott is still holding DOCS, DVG holding NVDA short. STZ is not moving at all. Google, yes, Kevin is just making this nice consolidation. You know what? 168.62 if you have not entered yet, then 168.62 stop loss. It's 167.80, under 167.80. Big question whether this market wants to push higher or lower. Meta, Microsoft weak, Google strong, Amazon not too much. Amat is pulling back. Interesting market reaction. Now SMCI is still strong. Amazing. DVG is watching this Google as well, by the way, to the upside. I'm just checking the stronger, weaker stocks traders to find something nicer here. Tesla pulled back. Okay. Dell is strong today as well, as I've seen. DVG is watching Microsoft for a short too. Yes, Meta can be a nice one. 634.70 only for me. And everything, I've just decided to go for a half share size with everything traders. The reason for that, I would say, look at the market. Stop loss on the Meta, it would be over 637. So quite of a big stop loss and half share size for me only. Okay. However, we will have news in 6 minutes, traders, 6 minutes. I think Scott is still holding the OCS. I don't know. I have not taken it. I did not like it too much. Google. I don't trust these big stocks today, guys. Look at that. Meta sudden big green candle instead of moving lower. Google, instead of moving higher, big red candle. Not nice, not nice. I try to stay with these no-name stocks rather and watching my watch list here for that, actually. Not just watch list, but my movers here. I mean, okay, CRWD, it's strong, but no entry. Ugly, ugly, ugly day. Thank you, options. Look at Microsoft as well. Broke down, now it's coming up. Traders, I'm still holding my UNH. It has not done anything wrong against us. And if I feel like if it could finally break out, might it can continue. HIMS is strong today, traders, but no entry, maybe for a pullback. Here comes my UNH, TTW, I give up. Let me just check it. And Meta is just playing with us, so that means we can just clear the entry there. So the only one which I'm waiting for is UNH, and staying a little bit on the sidelines of this market. LLY was very strong. VST though still looks interesting here. If finally once it could just break out, I don't know. Here comes our UNH traders. UNH stop loss under 275, 275. Only a small stop or small entry here. I mean small share size. Okay, UNH is in. I want to see a 281 for the first partial. 82, 282 would be great to see. SMCI back to the VWAP. Meta cancel traders. This is just not nice. SPY triple Q on the highs. I mean, the SPY is on the highs, not the triple Q. Let's see. Actually, this AMD doesn't look bad. I'm just afraid it's just going to make the same as the this ugly Google. But AMD looks good over 117 and 50. Again, traders lower share size for today. So AMD stop loss, it's under 116.90. $53 is going to be my entry, and here comes our UNH at least. So I have UNH. I want to see a 280 break. VST. Oh, VST. I was just checking this one 56.50 breakout. Come on, UNH. We need a break over the 280. SPY is heading towards to the high. Okay, guys, here comes a 280 break on UNH. I want to see it just before 282. I would like to take a 75, maybe 80% off. Let's be 75. Okay. SPY on the highs, triple Q bit stuck here. AMAD back to the lows. AMD has not entered yet. Nice. All right, traders, I'm ready to take again 75% off on this UNH. Just here before 282. Fantastic. SPY is ready to break the highs maybe, but it's very slow. Okay, traders, here we are. My finger is on the button to take this partial on the UNH. SPY triple Q moving a bit to the highs. Okay, I should not be that greedy because UNH cannot break this 281. That's not good. Now news in 1 minute. AMD has not entered. And market may be going to move soon on the news, so watch out. It can be extra volatile. Stop loss on the UNH is going to be just under the entry 278. Under 278, I'm going to get out. And the news is here. Not the best news as I see because the market is dropping. Hopefully your UNH is going to survive here, traders. Ooh, Microsoft doesn't look good. Overall market, big red candle nights trying to move back a bit. Amat is still moving down. Wow. Okay, market. And this is the decision point for you. So go, go, go. All right. Ooh, I forgot to get out my TTWO short trader, so I'm in. Okay, traders, here it is. Finally, I'm just clicking my button to take the first partial on the UNH here. Took. And I'm going to put my stop loss just slightly under the entry. Okay. So first trade of the day, bit too late, traders, but it's nice. And unfortunately, I was so much not aware of my TTWO that I did not move out my entry. So I have entered to this TTWO. Now I'm going to leave it with 232.50 stop loss over 232.50. So traders, UNH first partial has been done, 75%. Great move. And let's see, TTWO, I just accidentally entered because I was not taking out my entry there. Okay, nice UNH. We just need a continuation towards 285. And the market just pulled back completely nicely. I still like my AMD call though. If the stocks are going to make a comeback here, this still can be a good one in my opinion, this AMD traders. Maybe Meta as well. I just do not like on the Meta that the volume is not the best. SPY triple Q completely going sideways, nothing else. So the only trade I have after a partial, it is this beautiful UNH traders. Now it's building a consolidation, but we need to break the consolidation. This VSD still looks like charging. Volume is not my favorite though. And I still like this AMD here. SMCI may be making a reversal there too. This 47, I'm going to watch it. Nice UNH. Now let's break 282. If you have anything on your side, traders, let me know. Or UNH is breaking out. AMD has not entered yet. Nice UNH. 285 is going to be my next partial, traders. 285 is going to be my next partial on the UNH. SPY triple Q completely unknown what they want to do, which direction to continue here. just take out my trades here. Okay. All right, traders. Only one trade, but at least nice and green. And I really hope it's still going to be able to go this $3 to my favor. If you have anything on the radar, please just let me know. Don't forget, it's option expiration day, no more economic news. And as you can see, maybe the option expiration, it's overshadowing even the news with this up and down moves. But the market still looks a bit stronger and not weaker, in my opinion, though. Okay, here comes the TTWO if you are with me. And watch out on the UNH. I'm going to be out exactly on the entry. I still give the chance for this stock. TTW partialing area, I think, let me just check it. We should see a 230 break, like under this 229.60 break, and around 229. I'm more than happy to take a partial here. Actually, this should really break this 230. Now, let's see, Raspi. TQQQ, checking TQQQ, one of my favorite also. Kevin, I must tell you, this market move is not making it my favorite anymore because look at that, it's completely unreadable. I don't think so I'm going to trade this. Actually, look at that. Market is completely in option expiration day mode, unfortunately. So just like the TTWO, cannot see any clear movement here. I wish I could, but for me it's a no. Okay, Raspi, here comes the TTWO. Let's see 229 for first partial, okay? Dimly nuts, yeah, I know. Not easy to deal with this market. And guys, I just realized I'm just having a little bit too much share size on this TTW. I'm going to half it. I don't know how I could do this calculations. I have my share size here. UNH is still on play, and AMD has entered. Traders on AMD, I want to see 40 cents. Like around 90, I'm going to take a partial. I just do not trust this market. So if you go with the TQQQ, watch out that it should be only just a scalp, okay? So on AMD, I'm going to, I don't know, let's just go for a 30, 40 cents and act as a scalper today, guys. If it's going to go there, hopefully. Everything is just a half share size or even lower. And UNH is out, traders. UNH is out. Jim Lee, I know. You need to be very careful with this market. And unfortunately, this AMD is just making the same ugly move. Don't like it. Oh, come on, AMD. TTWO still can be a good one. If you want to join TTWO, maybe under the lows, but I don't know, not my favorite though. Meta still looks interesting as well, but look at these movers, it's just crazy. And I must agree with Jim Lee. Not an easy moving market. Come on, AMD. Market is not helping at all, traders. You know what, Raspi, I don't like how this TTWO is moving. I'm in a small loss. Maybe I'm just going to leave it alone. 60 was my entry. I'm on 230.90. I do not want to see that back definitely over this 20 EMA either. Look at Google as well. It's just back to this level 2. Volume is not that bad though on the TTW. I mean, not a strong volume in the green candles. I just do not like this. Ah, okay. At least AMD is still fighting. PLTR is down, traders. UNH is coming back to the VWAP so we can watch it. Last chance for TTWO to show something. If it's not going to show anything, I'm going to be out on over 231.20 with a smaller loss. And the last call in the VIP room, by the way, traders, I'm just checking for you. It's an MSTR short from DVG. He's going to short MSTR, or he's in short now already, I think. No, not yet. He's going to short 391.44. MSTR, he's going to short MSTR 391.44. SPY triple Q not doing anything at all, and my AMD is just making a retreat again from the 50s. That's not a good sign. Apple not giving any direction either. UNH, I'm going to watch it around this Facebook. Facebook, not VWAP. I hate you, AMD. No, are we going to move lower now? Last chance TTWO, and unfortunately AMD, I'm going to be out under 117, traders. MSTR looks like it's a nice short indeed, but for that as well we need a continuation, and AMD is going to be a loser. Not good. Or not. In this environment you never know. Meta looks very tempting to the short side, especially if the triple Q going to give up finally. TTW made the pullback. Triple Q making a small reversal here. Ah, DVG shorting UNH under 278. He's shorting this UNH under 278, by the way. And Scott, no more trade, only DOCS, and he's still holding because I think he even added to the trade. DVG likes your WD, by the way, Lee, one of your favorite, as far as I remember. So he is going to short UNH under 278. Market is pushing higher. I'm ready to close TTWO. Here we are. Unfortunately, it's just reached this 231, 2030 again. There are no buyers and it's going up. I just don't get this move. Okay, guys, I feel like I just want to leave this market alone. Really, just not doing anything at all. Glued to the VWAP, going sideways, breaking the lows cannot continue, breaking the highs cannot continue. At least AMD is back to the entry almost. And SPY triple Q nothing. AMD back to the 50s. I think this is a great chance to close my position and leave this market alone. I'm not expecting a huge move here. Last minutes of my patience here with the AMD. This should be the reversal. This should be the breakout here. Reversal on the TTW and the breakout on the AMD. But look at that, market just stopped again. And this is the sign for me that I think, guys, I'm going to leave this overall market just alone. Indeed, especially this TTWO, which should have not been even a trade. Oh, well, yeah, green on AMD finally. Green on AMD, yes. But the market does not help. Market, you need shoot up now. Okay, guys, last chance for the AMD. If it goes back to 50, I'm out. I'm not going to leave more. And yeah, out of TTWO by accident loser. That's not good, but only a half share size. And AMD needs to push now. If it's not pushing, I'm going to be out. Yeah, DVG is telling that the option expiration is the only reason. Okay, traders, AMD, I'm taking 80% off and let it go anywhere. I don't care. All right, traders, here is the 80 or the 90, which I wanted to see. Very good. Goodbye. 80% off AMD. Stop loss is just going to be under the entry, 2 cents under the entry, and that's it. I'm done. Green day, even with this by the accident TTW short. Indeed, but challenging market environment, let's call it like that. Thanks to the option expiration, which I must tell you, I do not like this these days most of the times. But this is what we have. Only thing how to survive this, guys, be very much selective on the trades, okay? Very much selective. What does it mean? If you are not sure in the setup, sit on your hand. Also, I must tell you, we have seen so nice setups, like by the book setups, which just tricked you. All right, David, he's talking about long NVDA. Let me just check it. No, he just caught 278 short on the UNH. Okay, traders, AMD next partial is going to be around the high of the day, and SPY is back to the high of the day. Triple Q is back high of the day. And it was a great decision not to wait for the full loss on the TTW. Microsoft starting to be stronger too, not if it would mean anything, but he likes NVDA. I mean, DVG likes NVDA for a possible long, I guess 136. I think I'm just happy to my green day for today with this AMD and the UNH, even with this by the accident loser on the TTWO. But I just do not want to participate in this market anymore. Here comes our second partial finally. Thank you, AMD. 118.18 was the high of the day. This is the point where I'm just taking one more partial on the AMD trade, guys. Close to the high of the day, as I mentioned you. Here is the high of the day, 118.720 now, broke it. Very nice. Well done, AMD. I do not want to see it back under the, oh, here we are. Okay, I took a second partial on the AMD trader, stop loss on the entry and let it run. Stop loss on the entry and let it run. No, market, are you starting to be stronger? But of course, for that to see traders, we need to see the break of the high and finally a continuation. Ooh, what a beautiful reversal on UNH. I was watching it, but it was a bit too risky, especially after DVG called it to the short side. Did you like the snowflake as well today? SNOW traders, SNOW. For me, it's a bit low in, not low in the volume particularly. I don't know, something I don't like in this stock. Yes, low in the volume, sorry, very low, 474. Okay, traders, so second partial done on AMD, stop loss on the entry. So we should just let it run. Hopefully, if the market is able to break the highs finally to make a decision here, that would be great indeed. So let's see how is your day so far, traders. That was a very, very interesting day again. Just check it. I just got a poll for you. And how is your trading day going? So here is a green, a red, and which I think there will be some of you no trades. And again, especially on this market, completely understandable. So let's see, guys, how is your trading day? And if you have any questions, please just let me know. As I am flat, like not completely because I still have my last shares on the AMD, and hopefully we will see another breakout here. SPY triple Q so far could not break the highs and continue, but definitely stronger as before. 21% no trades. Okay, let's see. AMD, come on, break it through. 120 is my dream number on the AMD. That would be so great to get it, to touch it, and look at the market again retreating. Oh my God, market, you are so tiring. Forty, 40, and 60. I mean the percentage in the green or red and no trades. And traders, in the meantime, I just seen Apple broke the lows. Ouch. It's not good. Again, another fantastic day for practicing your discipline and patience, guys. Not easy though. And Meta still looks weak. But without the market, not easy. All right, traders, I think I'm going to put my stop loss on the AMD under 117 and 70 in the meantime. 117 and 70, because you know if it's going to push it there, it's going to come back anyway. Actually, 76 is going to be my stop loss. 76, 117 and 76 is going to be my stop loss on the AMD. DVG still holding MSTR, but suddenly it's the same. You see, broke the lows and again made a huge pullback, but he's still holding it. So 117.76, I'm going to be out on the AMD. Oh, I'm out. Okay, that was quick. All right, traders. So officially, I think I'm just going to call it as a day. I know when to finish, when not to force trading anymore, or so. Also, it's hard to finish for sure. LAR, PRTR for wrong. It's in front of me, and I must tell you, I just cannot see enough push for that. unfortunately. So actually, you know what? The other one which I can might imagine, maybe metaphor rather for a short, is at least it's making lower highs all the time. But you know what? Again, I do not have faith. I do not have confidence in this market today at all. You see, it just went to the highs and got rejected again. Also, now it's charging again. That's good. This is for your PLTR long for sure. Anyway, if you take anything, guys, just like me on the AMD, go for 20-30 cents scalp quickly, take your profit and run. Okay, this is that kind of day to trade. Take your profit and run. Okay, guys, so small, more to the green side, and yes, this is what I was expected. No traders, 44%, and I must tell you, nice discipline, guys, really, because this is a very typical day when. I would say it's rather do not touch the market. And it's so annoying, I know, because you are just sitting here for nothing. But again, great discipline for sure. QUBT LAR. Yeah, I just took it off my radar, unfortunately. Ah, you are right. That was nice. And I was, you see, I was exactly watching for that type of stocks here. And I just moved it from my watch list. What a shame. Okay, traders, I think I'm just going to call it as a day and call it as a little bit earlier end of the day. And look at that, Meta is working. I so hate that. And just leave this market alone because my patience is definitely going to end, and I'm going to take any more trades, and I don't want to. I just really won't like to have and call it as a green day, and definitely to walk away from this market, because as you can see, again, looked like a very nice breakout formation. It looked like it's going to break out, and at the very last moment it just completely failed. Thank you, Nitsa, you too. So this case traders, I've called this type of market, definitely it was volatile today, as you could, not volatile, that's not the entire good word. I can't believe you, Meta. I would rather call it chop fast, choppy, very, very choppy market, glued to the VWAP, goes a bit higher of the VWAP, goes a bit lower of the VWAP. Now, again, we are just going lower. I'm not sure whether we are not going to see at one point of the day a nice break and the continuation, but so far we have not seen it, unfortunately. So let's see, guys. Okay, let's see the continuation. Hopefully Monday is going to be much easier. Then this week was difficult. I don't know how do you feel, but this week for me it was difficult. I had one red day on Wednesday. Today it's a slight green day, but not my favorite day. I really hope that things are going to normalize soon because this is starting to be challenging. But we are together. We are together in that. I'm here for you every day to help you. And definitely, I really appreciate your insights and the calls for the stocks. I really like it. So thank you very much for that, traders. Have a beautiful, great weekend. Stay safe, and I'm going to see you on Monday. Bye, everyone.